And what about what's your take on medications or herbal remedies or anything you could take for the body for this?
Got it, got it. That's a very good question. I just have to preface my answer by saying that I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a licensed psychiatrist. So always be sure to consult with a licensed medical person before you alter or before you stop or start any kind of medication. And this is just my personal experience. So, in my own experience, I did not want to get medicated. I think I don't know if it comes from my upbringing back in India. People are not very open to taking psychotropic medications, so I was very hesitant and to that. But I can understand if someone wants to use some sort of like anti-anxiety medication or SSRI. That's their choice. But my experience was that I did not need in fact, I would even say like not it might have helped me calm myself down, but kind of told myself that I'm going to go through this naturally, and I'm going to come out of this. And I was able to successfully do that. The other reason is that I feel like there aren't any medications that are like directly treating DPDR. If let's say there was like a medication that would just effectively treat my DPDR alone and not bring about any kind of side effects, I would actually be more open to taking that, in my past. But since, like, when I was doing a lot of research on this, I found that there was actually no medication that was currently targeting DPDR sufferers. And every medication that people were talking about on like these online forums were basically just like anti-anxiety medications or antidepressants, or some people got put on like antipsychotics. So I felt like, okay, none of these medications are directly targeting DPDR. So, and I don't want to suffer any of these side effects. And I also understand this is just a natural response to stress and trauma. So I'm going to see through it, and I just put my faith on the healing mechanism of my own body and my mind. And that's what I tell people too. So I tell people that your body and your mind have this innate healing mechanism, and it's part of this, it's part of your body, and it's part of your evolution. So I'm going to place my faith on that healing mechanism, and I'm going to move out. I'm going to let go. I'm not going to fight this process. I'm going to trust and surrender this process and just see what happens. And in my case, it worked out. And like, the people who take my course, the people who have helped out, a lot of people don't take any medications, and they have recovered as well. While at the same time, some people, some people have been helped with medication. And here's why, right? So let's say you're going through a DPDR and you're facing intense depression or hopelessness, and you're not able to get out of bed, and you're not able to, give some structure to your life, which is really required. If you have routines, if you have daily structure in your life, it really helps you to get out of DPDR. And if you're not able to get out of bed, if you're not able to do even like small minute tasks, then probably it helps to have like some sort of help in the form of like antidepressants. Or if you're getting like panic attacks every day and you feel like taking a little bit of Xanax helps you, then by all means do that. So take as much as help as you want, but know that um, not and like these medications are not going to rid you of your DPDR. They're only letting you not feel certain symptoms as long as you keep taking them. And once you go off of them, you might actually experience these symptoms again, or worse, sometimes you can experience side effects and withdrawals from these medications. So there is a little bit of like risk involved, but at the same time, like, that's why I tell, like, people, like, hey, talk to your psychiatrist and explain to them, your fears about taking medication, while at the same time, yeah, just like, talk to someone who is educated in this process. And um, it's okay to take medication, but at the same time, it's not necessary. At least in my case and in the people that I've helped.